Sometimes it's just nice being at home, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's nice just to be relaxing at home. Andrew, putting your feet on the coffee table. Yes, but as I always say, I always give it a wipe down, especially if I've got guests coming. And, well, I've had a busy time. What day is it, Annie? It's the 6th day of December, 2023. I've had an exceptionally busy day, I have to say. I've been all over the shop. And I thoroughly enjoyed it too. It's been marvellous. And it really was. It was from the moment, what time was it I got up, Annie? 7:10 this morning. And immediately, well, I say immediately after I had some coffee and some tobacco, I was able to begin my day. And I was thinking of the days in Botswana. I remember being in Botswana. Yes. I spent 14 years of my life in Botswana. Oh dear. The moon has receded from the fullness into darkness now, and as a result, everything's carried away. And it means we're in this period of the moon cycle where there's absolutely nothing happening. And there's a vacant spot in the universe which is also reflected in your mind. And it means there is nothing there. And it's a great time, actually. It's a time of absolute reflection. I mean, obviously, it's a time for example, today, getting so much of the necessities ticked off and done, and appointments kept, and all the business that one has to take care of in a particular day in an orderly way as well. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the point of the evening, and there's a point of in the moon cycle where there's no time for hesitancy or action or indeed productivity. It is simply a time to sit still and reflect and enjoy and totally and completely absorb your own sanctuary and your own absolute peace of mind. Now, these are very rare occurrences. Of course, they happen in every 28-day cycle, of course, or 29-day cycle. But what I'm saying is that at a very point, most people miss these opportunities to sit, not even think, just be calm, quiet, and reflective. And it truly is a wonderful time. And strangely enough, it's also the time that everyone else seems to sit quiet, calm, and reflective. Because outside, there's no busyness with traffic. There's no one, doing anything at all in the immediate neighbourhood. It is winter, of course, but what I'm saying is it is a complete hush. And I dare say that many people are sitting right now, either maybe reading a book or watching a favourite movie or something, or perhaps mending something, or knitting, darning socks, anything like that. But even that's very productive for a time when one should be in complete silence and taking stock in their mind without any business of it. It's just a chance for the mind to quieten and settle, become unjittered from all activities of life. So I have to say, I'm a great believer that everyone should follow the cycle of the moon. And they should look out for the signs of the moon cycles. You always find that just before the new moon, for example, there's a feeling of readiness. There's a feeling that of anticipation and an awareness that there's changes are afoot. And this is very true. And it happens with every monthly cycle of the moon. But the changes are never immediate. But they are subtle, and they do change. Everything changes with the cycles of the moon. And I, for one, have found that there's an absolute need to have real order and neatness. And this is something which starts to build from the period that we're currently in just now. After the full moon has waned, and we're now at that point of the dark sky, and there's no part of the moon in sight, and it's just that very, very calm, quiet, 2.5 days maximum period before we start creeping towards the illumination of the new moon. And I find that it's not so much on the placement of the new moon. It's generally a couple of days thereafter. And that is the time of, I probably get everything looking, well, everything's neat and tidy, but what I'm saying is the thoroughness to the cleanliness, and everything should be like the bookcases should all be, the books stacked away neatly and properly, and CDs or DVDs should all be in the sleeves and all completely away from sight and popped in their proper positions. All the every nook and cranny of the house should look absolutely, pristine. And it happens just as the moon shows face. And I always know the moon's in the sky. Of course, there's an old wives' tale, it is a superstition and folklore that to see the moon through glass brings you bad luck. I have to say that I'm not entirely against that idea, because often I have seen the new moon through glass, and found that things have not worked out as well as I had hoped for or planned. But on the occasions when I've caught the moon, when I'm maybe working late in the garden or walking or something, and the moon shows face for the first time in the new month, well, at least the new period of the moon cycle, I find that things tend to work out in a much favourable way. But I love that new moon feeling. And I often be sitting here and I will absolutely know it's there. I'll make this effort, not effort, I will make this jolt and I'll zip outside. And, you always look for the new moon where the sun is closest to setting. That's where you'll find the new moon. And of course, at this time of year, the new moon should be in the west-southwest of the horizon, not long after sundown. And I love to see it. And it's always a good thing to turn any silver in your pocket, if you've got no loose change, or even perhaps keys, and just speak to the moon, wish it all the blessings that you can. And that moon remembers that, you see. And expanding moon will show favour upon you that month. I found this too. And I love the moon. I absolutely adore the moon. And the full moon recently was breathtakingly gorgeous. It was, I mean, unfortunately, I've not got night sights on my camera to get it proper. But some of the moonrises to the east there, standing at my back door and watching it gather in the sooty clouds and eating away at the horizon and gaining heights, a massive moon, like a big large dinner plate in the sky, cream-coloured, off-white dinner plate, bright and beautiful. And just as the full moon reaches its peak, I mean, where my bedroom's positioned, the moon, glares into my room at midnight for several months of the year, for an eternity, and I can't sleep properly. The moon wants to talk to me, so I get up and I go to the back door and I open the door and I look up to the moon. Sometimes I step outside and I chat to it. And I watch it racing over the high parts of the universe and the high parts of at least our stratosphere, for want of any formal technical name for the position of the moon as it transits across the sky. But anyway, I'm feeling that there's time just for sitting. There's time just to slowly gather one's thoughts. It's like in Botswana. It's been years in Botswana. I love Botswana. But so I shan't keep you. I'm not making a terrifically long vlog. What I might do actually, Eddie, why don't we put this afternoon's little snowy scene from Anne-Marie and attach it into this. We'll see what it looks like, and if it works out, then we'll load it. But I mean, I know for the viewers, and I do apologise, it's not entirely interesting. I don't think so, but it's just my vlog, and it's just what I like to do. And if you think I'm not going to that chap's house for coffee or afternoon, buns, with tea or something, because he's got his feet on the coffee table. Well, don't worry, I give it a good old clean. I always do. But I find it most restful just sitting here looking at my fire. This is my television, you see. I just sit and watch it for hours and hours and hours. And we have such great communication with each other. Just the fire's never the same twice over. It will change in half an hour. It's a very changeable thing. The home fire. It's very cheerful, and it's very soothing, and it's it's obviously very warming. But it's lovely just to sit and look at it. And I find the same effect from a lit candle. I think I've mentioned this recently. I used to sit in the dark. There's a couple of candles up there, candle holders, and I just pop them on the mantle. And I just sit and look at the candle flame. In complete silence. And with the fire just tinkling away in the background, it's absolutely adorable. It's the most perfect piece that you could imagine. Just sitting looking at a candle flame. And that's what I like doing. For hours. I do. I love it. I absolutely love just sitting, listening to the candle flickering away. And the crackling logs of the coal or something, Shall we bring out a candle, Annie, and see if we can do something? Yeah, hold on. Yes. Well, I think we'll keep one candle there. I've still got a couple of the lights on in the lounge, but I can't switch everything off, for goodness sake. Let's try something, Annie. Hold on. Well, I suppose that you get a feel for it, don't you? You just see it. If I just put my feet here and relax back on this couch. Yes. I know what's missing. It's a ticking clock. Bear with me, please. Yeah, ticking clock. That's better. I've adjusted my clock there. Remember, I'll just hear the tick in the background. Shall I come a bit closer, Annie? Oh, what's the matter? Yes. And the clock isn't what's the matter. Yes, that's much better, Annie. Yes. Very nice indeed.